I should be pretty set for tonight. After a couple of weeks of planning, getting more stuff to make sure this was going to go smoothly, today was the day. Dropped me off on the side of the highway. I had just a backpack with me and an armful of a couple of other things that I brought up. And we're all set up. There's a few more things I have to do. We'll do that at our leisure. What I need to do now is hook up the communication so that this TV works. Because there's no cell service under here. Which is why I got these walkie-talkies so I can talk to Scott. I don't know how far they go. He might be 20 kilometers away right now. Let's test it out. Testing. Okay, well that's useless. But with the internet, that'll solve all the problems. This self-inflating air mattress has been up here for a couple of weeks, so it's pretty full. This will work just fine for me, but I'll get the sleeping bag lofted because it'll take a while to reach its maximum R value, and it's going to be chilly. Shelter's established. That means step 2. More of these seltzer things. This is a lemon lime one. That was loud. So yeah, a lot of these seltzer fruity flavor drinks, they're using experimental fruits like pomegranate, guava. So to find one that's just normal lemon lime, I'm fine with that. This is great. Little studio apartment, central heat. Need that in a little bit. Half bath. Got my power here. It's a little imitation off-brand power bank thing. I think they're all pretty decent these days. Entertainment. I got the communication inside, little Starlink, and it's comfortable bed. We're in business. The sun is going to set in about an hour. It's going to be dark. So this light in here is going to shine out all around there, and also this little seam here, probably down around the ground too. So I've got some tarp and some magnets. I'm going to staple that up around there, and then we should be pretty light proof for the evening. Still pretty busy. The colors I chose blend in pretty good. This is all part of the structure here. So that little turquoisey color that matches the bridge, that turned out perfect. These sheets of plywood that I painted to match the concrete, I grabbed a little chip of concrete and tried to match it at the paint store. It's a little bit off, but anything is better than new sheets of fresh plywood are like neon brown, and that's going to really stand out. So it really blends in good. When the traffic's a little slower, I'll take a peek. But right now, just another hour of daylight, and then we're on stolen time here, guys. We can really relax, walk around, should calm down a little bit. It's starting to cool off, so I'm going to turn the heater on. I got 3 pounds of propane cylinders worth, and I'll have to ration it a little bit tonight, I think. But should it keep me warm? Okay. I'm going to just kind of walk around here because, well, after that car goes past. Okay, let's roll. So, yeah, under the bridge here, it's quite a good little situation. There's, of course, people driving all over like crazy. So I'm just going to hide over here a little bit. This is what it looks like. It blends in pretty good, I think. Another car, so I'll just get back under here. Okay. Yeah, that worked out perfect, but I can see definitely the light is going to be coming out here around these corners. But the color match was spot on there. I even put a little fake dripping rust pattern on there, so it blends in a little bit better. But yeah, this tarp, the black side out with magnets around there, that should provide me with a little bit of more camouflage. Yeah, a lot of cars come now, so I'm just gonna roll back in. Starlink. All right. Yeah, that heater makes a huge difference in here. That's just great. Busy down there. I'm going to use my favorite trick, magnets, to hold up this tarp because it's just about dark and I really don't want this light to give away my location. So I'm just going to crawl up. Really going to cut down the light getting out of here. Perfect. The original design for this platform, before we got carried away, was the main platform. It's about the size of a sarcophagus lid. And then there's this panel that flops up and this part that flops down. It was attached together with hinges, but I left that one piece on here. This was the original piece that was supposed to fold down, but it just wasn't big enough. So for a quick deploy, these work great. Just a couple of people to lift it in up between the girders. If I'd measured properly, yeah, flop it down, flop that part up, you're laughing. The space between all these girders down both sides are the same. So if I really needed to move this, I could move it anywhere on this side, but I could also put this thing down, flip it, and reverse it, and put it on the other side of the bridge. But this works really good because there's a little brush entry point there that really blocks me from the road. This is one of my favorite bridges I've ever camped underneath of because any of the traffic on top above me is really quiet. Despite the stalactites that are coming down from some leaks here and there, overall, it's a pretty sturdy bridge. I've slept under much worse than this. All right, it's getting pretty dark outside. So I'm going to take a peek and see if this is blocking out any of our light. I think I'm going to need to put a little cover over that door. And I'll have to tighten up that part of the top. That I'm not worried about. And the light's on full blast. It won't be that light all night. For that part, yeah, that's a cause for concern. Lit up like a Christmas tree. Maybe something along the bottom there too. I got some tarp. I'll mess with it and see what I can do. Okay, I think that'll solve the problem mostly. I just moved the light so it's not shining right at all those vulnerable points. That part's in the shadow there. This I might have to stuff some camo netting behind, but for the most part, that should be much better. I'll just take a peek here in 1 second. I've turned the light down as low as it'll go, and I can control that with my phone. It's this Lander brand light. It's also a power bank. But let's go outside to see what that looks like. And then I can probably rest easy as long as I keep the lights pretty low. But it is dark out now. Oh, yeah. Okay, I know you can't see me, but the coast is clear. I don't think anybody driving by is going to see that. They got a car coming, so I'm going to get back in there. Just a few pointers when you're camping under a bridge that you want to look out for. This bridge is a very good construction, so it's not an issue. But some bridges are not so good. This one, here you can see it's double nutted, where the girder attaches to the pilings. That's good and secure. Nothing is squeaking. And you never want to tighten those. If things are squeaking or a little bit loose, you leave it. Actually, find a different bridge. But yeah, you don't want to pull a handyman special on transportation infrastructure. So you can see, like, they poured concrete in here as well behind this other gird, and you know it's pretty good concrete. I don't hear anything from up there, but yeah, if this was a little bit bigger height-wise, I would be able to actually just set the entire shelter up underneath of here. But unfortunately, I had to do the ground skirting around this because there's just not much room. This is a little less than 2 feet maybe, and I can't live comfortably under that for the evening. So great spots of stuff, little shelving, magnets hold everything onto the walls that you could ever want. So yeah, that's all there is to it. It was getting a little chilly because there's this open area here, but I put some camo netting there, and that will hold in the heat. And it gives me a little more camouflage as well. There's nothing wrong with that. I've used about 1 pound of propane. It's probably got a little bit left in it. I'm just leaving it on low for now. I got 2 other pounds of propane, should I need them. But once I'm in that sleeping bag, I should be good and warm tonight. Okay, we're going to just going to whip up some quick under the bridge food here. Basic, nice and easy. Olive oil, garlic, cherry tomatoes, artichoke hearts, pepper, put in some chicken breast. It's cooked. Wet wine. It is actually wine. It just comes in a can. Some broth. Parmesan. A little bit of pasta. Good little satisfying under the bridge meal. Doesn't get any better than this, guys.
With Ring Retinal 4K, the holiday cheer is coming in clearer than ever before. You do the holidays. We'll do dinner. Think Stouffer's.
With Ally, spending on what you need can help you save for the things you want. We automatically scan your spending to find you savings. That's why we're the bank that's your ally.
Introducing Smart Search from Homes.com, a new way to search the way you speak. Built for every search, from basic to voyeuristic. Whatever you're looking for, find it with Smart Search.
¿Quedó pastel? A los 45 te toca, porque aunque no tengas síntomas, debes examinarte contra el cáncer de colon.